Hey, everybody, it is your girl, Gladys B, here for another episode of Sisters Cafe. Y'all, we are live at 5. Now, isn't that new? We haven't been live at 5 before, but we are today. So I'm super excited. I haven't seen you guys in a while. Y'all, we've been on granddadcation. We have had all the grandkids for the last month, and woo, but I tell you, I got a whole nother level of respect for mothers. Like, for real, for real. The whole time I'm almost like, wow, how did I raise three boys by myself? Ooh, respect and hats off to all the mothers, especially the single mothers, all the single dads, to the parents in general. Hats off to you. But that's not what we're here for. We'll use another segment for that. I am excited because I have a special guest. But before we get started, go ahead and grab your phones, go to Sisters Cafe or wherever it is that you watch Sisters Cafe and share the live. Don't be stingy. Share the live. Why? Because we have some information. We have an expert that's coming on today because she can help us with a lot of things. She has a lot of experience and she's going to help somebody today. But before I bring her up, we are welcoming a woman whose story proves that purpose can rise from pain and that confidence can be built one bold step at a time. Marcy Jackson is the visionary founder of Indigo Blue denim, the Houston based fashion brand redefining urban glam while empowering women to express themselves boldly and unapologetically. But behind the denim, the style, and the success is a powerful testimony of resilience. After experiencing personal loss and life altering changes, Marcy fought through a tragedy to find her purpose. Fashion became more than clothing, it became her voice, her healing, and the heartbeat of her next chapter. What began as survival grew into Indigo Blue Denim, a woman led brand created to remind every woman that beauty, strength, and confidence can rise from even the most difficult seasons. Indigo Blue Denim recently celebrate its new location launch. Well, that was last year, wasn't it? But they had a new launch, which means new things are happening, new seasons. So sometimes after tragedy, we think it's it, but it's not. But marking another powerful milestone in Marcy's journey from pain to purpose. Sisters Cafe, grab your favorite cafe beverage and help me welcome a bold, resilient, purpose driven woman, Miss Marcy Jackson.
Hello, hello.
Yay!
What a intro. What an intro. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Well deserved. Well deserved. Intros, as I tell everybody, intros are only can only be got from what you share, what you are, what you're doing, what you're going through, what you've conquered, what you've built. So that's all you, ma'am. That is
Thank you.
all you. But
Thank
I'm
you.
excited to have you here today. So we know a little bit about you. We know what the bio says, which is why I didn't read a bio word for word. We want to know who really is Marcy Jackson.
Awesome. First of all, I just want to thank you so much for this platform. I truly appreciate it. Um, my name is Marcy Jackson. I am your everyday woman. To give you a little bit of background about me, I always knew I was going to be in fashion since I was a little girl. My mother um used to put together her pieces of clothing, her jewelry, her shoes, and I mimicked her, and I knew at 5 years old my life would be something, a piece of hers and then a little bit of myself, but it was going to be in fashion. So I graduated from college and went straight into retail, and a lot of people don't know this. I spent 25 years in retail. I worked at every big box store in Houston, and there was a method to the madness. I wanted to learn the whys behind retail. the operational side of retail and the things that a lot of people just cannot get from having a business. So I did that for 20 plus years and I loved it. And I always say, if you spent years in retail, you gotta love it. And I
Mm-hmm.
did. I love what I did. So I started my first boutique about 20 plus years ago. What was different then versus now is like night and day. Um, I started off with like a 300 square foot store and I made $100,000 that first year. I was named the best plus size boutique in Houston by CBS when no one was doing plus size. And what people don't realize, the average woman is a size 12 and up. That's the average woman. So
Oh,
I understood that. I understood that. But what was different as well, I was married to a wonderful guy, Anthony, and he quit his job to help me run my business. He did, and he was successful doing it. I did it for 7 years on the south side of Houston, and I outgrew it, so we moved to another location. And I wasn't there long because he passed. He passed unexpectedly. And of course, when we go through those trials and tribulations, we say, I quit. I don't want to do it again. It's too painful. But I missed it. I missed it because that's my passion. That's my calling. I got remarried. It was maybe a year after then. I said, I want to open another boutique. I want to. So this is my second location, Indigo Blue. The name, we kind of thought about it. We wanted something catchy. We wanted something different. And we wanted something that people can remember. Um, I am Indigo Blue. And so when people think of Indigo Blue, they think of Marcy Jackson. And like you said in the bio, it's more than fashion.
mm-hmm.
That's a small piece of it because all women want to be the better version or the best version of themselves each
Absolutely.
and every day. And when people or women or whoever comes into the boutique, I develop that rapport with them because I do want to know them as a person. I want to know what makes them tick. I want to know what they like, what they dislike. And based on that, that's how I style each individual woman. And everybody's different.
Mm.
Everybody body type is different, everybody personality is different. And I stand on two things, and I'm not deviating. When I style a woman, it's based on their personality and their
Mhm.
body type.
Okay.
And that's what makes me successful.
That's amazing. You said something, I had to write it down, but I like what you said about you being intentional about working in retail that long because that was your passion.
Yes.
And what I've noticed today is we lack that part. We
Yep.
are such a microwave society.
Yep.
We don't we don't want to build. I think that's why everybody's trying to be the overnight IG influencer, or
Yes.
we don't want to build. We
No.
don't want to go
No.
sit and learn
No.
first. We want to
Nope.
wake up and be the CEO,
Yep.
and that's not how it happens. The
Exactly.
fact that you put in that many years, that's
Yep.
what makes you the expert in
Yes.
what you're doing now. That's why you can get a 300 square foot and come out with $100,000 that year, because
Yes.
you put in the time. You do know back and forth what retail means. And I
Yes.
love that. I love that.
Thank you. Thank
I
you.
also love that you said the fashion was a little bit of it. You got
Yes.
it from your mama. I
Yes.
love that. I'm sure my mom wish I would have. So my mom has a boutique a boutique in California.
Okay.
So she actually still sends me my clothes because I say, okay, mom, I got this event. It's this color, or this is what I need. And she'll say, okay, I'll send it. Why? Because I'm one of those people, I refuse to show up anywhere and everybody else got it on.
Right.
Refuse. Like, I will go home.
That's
But
me. That's me.
you have to be intentional about it.
Yes.
Like, I get that, was it Shein or Shin or Temu, but everybody's doing it. And you're gonna have to invest a little bit more in yourself. That's if you want
For
it though.
sure. For
That's if
sure.
you want it.
For sure.
The other thing I love, and we spoke about this before, I like that you, I guess the word is cater to your client, not just because they walked in the store, not just because you want to sell clothes, not just because you have to hit a quota,
Yeah.
but you want to know them.
Yeah.
One question I would have just out the bat, I've always been plus size, like
Mm-hmm.
always. I think except when I was born, I was a preemie. Other than that, I've been a little chunky for a long time, and that was a struggle.
Yeah.
That was such a struggle for me for so long because I felt like a blowfish like all the time. Because at first my mom, me and my sister had to dress alike growing up. But my sister
Wow.
is super skinny
Mm-hmm.
and I've always been round. So
Okay.
I'm like, does my mom not understand? Because my mom has been a size, I think she was a size 0. And
Wow.
then when I was born, she went to a size 2.
Wow.
Then when my sister was born, I think that's when she went to a size 4. So she does it. She didn't understand chunky. She didn't understand round. So she kept trying to dress us alike. And I would be so like, I didn't want to go nowhere. And everything was tight. And I felt so unsecure in my own self
Yeah.
until one day I think I cried and was like, you don't understand because you're not fat. And she said
Oh.
that woke her up
Yeah.
and made her think, oh, she's right. I've never been fat. She's never been, oh, never. As a matter of fact, she's always tried to gain weight.
Right.
So she started working with me and she would say things like, okay, we're going to accentuate what you like and cover up what you don't. And when I tell you, I've taken that even to now.
Yep.
I know this section got to be covered, but
Yeah.
I love my legs. I love the
Yep.
way it look in heels. I like
Exactly.
up here. You know what I
Yep.
mean? So I
Yep.
focus on the stuff I like. So I get to
Yep.
walk in the room with my head up,
Right.
and I love it. What do you tell your clients who are dealing with low self esteem or, low self confidence in their roundness?
When the customers come in, and especially if somebody I've never met, that's why I try to get to know them, to find out exactly their insecurities, what's going on with them, what's their fashion sense. We all are uniquely made,
Mm-hmm.
but we are all worthy, and we're all beautiful. We all just come in different sizes. And every customer, I'm going to dress them based on that. Like you just said, no one should know what your body looks like unless you want them to see it. Every style is not for every woman. It is not. Every woman can't dress from a mannequin. Every woman can't look at another woman and say, I want that outfit. I dress them based on their body, their individual body type. I just had a customer in a few minutes ago, and she said, "Oh my God, why you only carry one piece sometimes in certain items? That's intentional because
Okay.
every woman doesn't want to see themselves if they go to an event. So I'll get that one statement piece, and when a woman comes in that I see that can wear that statement piece, that's what she's going to wear, and she's not going to see it
Mm.
on someone else. But I think there's a lot of myths out there when it comes to plus size women. Number one, some plus size women feel as though that they can't wear cute, sexy, trendy outfits. So untrue. Some plus size women feel as though the bigger the item, the more fuller the item, the more comfortable they will be. No, no. And then some women feel as though that they have to mimic others that they see on the internet in
Mm.
order to be the best version of themselves. So I tell every woman, embrace your body, but there's a way to wear a certain item. And I'm going to make sure that when you walk out, you're going to be able to feel good about yourself, knowing that you walked out with something that's going to make you feel beautiful.
And that makes a difference. There's nothing like having confidence in your own self. You don't need, even if nobody said, "Oh, that looks good."
No.
If
And let me tell you
if
what how I go the extra mile.
mhm,
And it's just not a dollar. If I have a customer that comes in and I want to make a certain buck and I sell them just anything, I just lost that customer because when they go home and put that outfit on in the mirror or go out with their friends or family and someone says, "What is that you're wearing?" That's a representation of my brand. I
yes,
would rather not sell an item versus giving them that right item for their body type.
mm,
So
mm,
it's just not about a dollar because a
right,
happy customer is a loyal customer. A loyal customer is going to tell and refer.
everybody.
Yeah.
And we know that best marketing is word of mouth.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
the best, and I think
Yeah.
people miss that.
Yep.
But you have to have a certain reputation. So I love the way you treat your clients and the way you care about them. I think that's amazing. But
Thank
what
you.
what made you cater to plus size?
Because the average woman is a size 12 and up. A lot of people
Okay.
don't know that. They don't understand that. Your average woman is not a size 2 or 4 or
No.
6. And plus size is considered size 12 and up. If you go into Lane Bryant and Ashley
Mhm.
Stewart, they start at size 12.
I didn't know that.
Mhm.
Maybe because I'm never in that section.
Now the size 12 is going to be a fuller size 12 versus your traditional size 12s.
Right.
But that size is plus size.
And here I
And
really thought 12, 14 was average.
long time ago it was, but now when they realize the average woman is thicker than 10, 15, 20 years ago, and there's not a lot to choose from. Think of it, 10, 15 years ago, there was Lane Bryant, Ashley Stewart, um, maybe department stores,
Yeah.
and women didn't have choices.
No.
They had to wear a pair of jeans and a big smock top.
Yes.
That's not today's woman. That's not today's
No.
plus size woman. No, ma'am.
But why was that? Because I used to go into the store, and I just it literally made me stop going to the store. But
Yeah,
you go to the store and you see these really cute clothes over there, but all your clothes look like scrubs or maternity clothes, and I'm
yeah,
like, that's not even cute. They couldn't have
yeah,
just put more material on that and made
yeah.
it plus size.
That's the
Why such a
that's the
distinction?
misconception. People feel long time ago. People
Yeah.
used to feel like plus size woman was frowned upon. Like that's why so many women back in the day was ashamed of their bodies, didn't have some. I'm not saying
Some.
all.
Right, right,
Wasn't confident in who they were because the stereotype was if you're plus size, ugh, look at you,
right,
fatty, piggy,
right.
all the names. But baby, the plus size woman as of today, those women are confident, got it going on, and I love it. I'm here for all of it.
I love it too. And I used to be afraid and very unhappy with myself because I did Jenny Craig. I did, and this is when I was a teenager. But then I went to the military and I was literally the only person who gained weight in boot camp. Only. I gained 40 pounds in
Oh
boot
my, wow.
Mind you, I wasn't fat. It was all muscle, but still, because you have to weigh yourself, and I had to stay within a certain amount. And I'm like, but I didn't do nothing but march. Like
Right.
I don't know what happened, but even going down after that, after the kids. So I think the smallest I've gotten was 12, and that was years after my children. But unless I like go at it 100%, 10,000% every day, all day, like I can lose 5 pounds in a week, eat something, and gain 10 pounds the next day. And
You
I'll
know,
be,
I always encourage women to not even look at the
yeah,
size. Don't
just
even look at the size. It's about what fits your body.
because it makes a difference. It
Yep.
makes, so I found a style that I love, and that's generally the I don't even know what you call it, but it's really tight, not tight, but fitting here, fitting right under the breast area, and then the rest of it flows out.
Mm-hmm,
And
mm-hmm,
so
mm-hmm,
when my
mm-hmm.
mom starts sending me those things, I'm like, I can rock this.
Yeah,
I can rock this
yeah,
style. Or the whole skirt with the pleated skirt, the t-shirt tucked in, and a
yeah,
tailored jacket to go to
yeah,
it. And
yeah,
some really, really high heels. I'm
yep,
like, you
yep.
can't tell me nothing. Like for person shoes, person shoes. That's really because I'm also a plain person. I don't need the bling. I just don't. I'm
Yeah.
happy with the simple, but them shoes and that purse,
Yes, ma'am.
whoo,
Yeah.
girl. I just
Because your accessories, which is your clutch and your purse and your shoes, can make an outfit. It can
for
make an outfit. Yeah.
for real, for real. I've wore the same outfit with heels, turn around, throw it on with some tennis shoes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I love that. I
Yeah.
love that. But yeah, I know my mom wish I would have gotten to fashion because she'd be like, well, this is pewter and this is what's pewter? What is that? Like I'm like, look, mommy, just send me green, please. Just send me purple. So my mom, I'm sure she wish I shout out to my mom. But yeah, she sewed when we were younger. She would sew us dresses and things
Uh-huh.
like that and make us wear them
Yeah.
to school. So I'm like, she don't do that no more to mommy to nobody. But she taught us a lot. That's why I sit, with my back straight. And, we were the ones that were standing, walking with books on our heads. Or
Yeah.
she had a yardstick. If we slouched, we getting it. Just pow. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I used to think it was so rude, but I'm like,
No.
now I'm
Mm-mm,
glad I don't
mm-mm,
have a slouch in
mm-mm.
my back. I
Right.
know how to walk in the room. I
Yeah.
know how to show up. And
Yeah.
the biggest thing she taught us is if all else fails, slick that hair in a bun because it
Yes,
always
ma'am.
works.
Yep.
And that
Yep.
has saved my
For
life.
sure. For sure.
Oh, I love it. I love it. For you, what does what would you for you and what you would tell your clients? What does self-care looks like? How do we boost our confidence? What is self-care?
Let me tell you, I always say African American women suffer in silence more than any other race out there. And I take it a step further. You remember we were told, some of us, what goes on in this house stays in this
Stays
house.
in this house. Yep.
And some of us held on to that to the detriment of our mental health.
Mm-hmm.
So I tell women all the time, look in the mirror in the morning, undress your real unadulterated naked body
Mm-hmm.
and give yourself some affirmations. You're beautiful, you are worthy, and do it on a repeated basis to really, and when I say naked, because when you have on clothing, sometimes it hides certain things, but when you're just with no clothing on, you can get a better, almost like a better understanding of who you are. Okay, I'm looking at myself but I'm beautiful just the way I am. Because society will make us think that we're less than. The internet will make us think that we have to have enhancements, that we have to have this, we got to have that. And it messes with our psyche.
Mm-hmm.
Daily, daily affirmations every single day. I even tell that sometimes to my husband
Mm-hmm.
because he just went through a horrible ordeal. I said, give yourself some daily affirmations. That'll make you feel better. That'll make you feel better. So I
Now,
preach that to every woman. Talk to yourself in the mirror on a daily.
wow. Wow. And you'd be surprised, not you, but people would be surprised how well that works.
Yes.
Because you can only say, one of my affirmations that I say is, I am the righteousness of God. I am
Mm,
fearfully and wonderfully made.
yes. Yes.
I am debt free. I am a
Yeah.
homeowner. I do,
See?
my kids rise up and call me blessed. My kids are healthy and wealthy and blessed. And I keep saying it. So it's almost like I said it enough to believe it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So then when you believe it, that's how you show up.
Exactly.
Yes,
Exactly.
I do. I understand that my stuff is round right here. But what I do is I focus on the stuff I love. And
Of
it
course,
makes such a difference.
it
And don't get me
does.
wrong. And let me be 100% because that's how I'm at the cafe. Transparency.
Yeah.
I'm not saying every day. There's
Right.
some days I get up, I get dressed,
Yeah.
and I look in and I'd be like, oh God, for real. And then literally I'd be like, you know what? I ain't even got time to worry about it. Let me go.
Right.
But I didn't like what I saw.
Yeah.
And then so what I tell myself, okay, well, you shouldn't have waited to the last minute to get ready, first of all.
Right.
And then second of all, maybe take out more time, Gladys. Pick out your clothes at night. Put it on at night. Put it on a week before. I don't try on things. So that's been my downfall. But I do believe that has been, I don't think I've ever said that loud. That has been a coping mechanism or defense mechanism with me not trying stuff on in the store. I don't like the way I look when it's something that doesn't fit me, and then I'm
Right.
discouraged, and then I
Right.
just leave. So now what I do, okay, that's gotta fit. Now take it home. And then if I put it on and it don't fit, I was in a photo shoot couple in March, and we had to wear white blouses with bows. And I'm like, okay, I just ordered it from Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
It got there. I didn't try it on. I threw it in my suitcase and I left. When I got there, the blouse didn't fit. Like I couldn't even pull it over my
Wow.
boobs. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do? It's like 20 of us in this photo shoot. And I told myself, you know what? What would your mama do?
Yeah.
So I took it and I ripped it up the sides. I left my tank top thing under, ripped it up the sides, and I said, you know what? I'll stand in the back.
Yeah.
That's what I did. That's what I did. And I felt okay because it wasn't tight. It was because
Right.
at first it was squeezing on my rolls, and I'm like, this ain't cute. But when I ripped it, I was like, wait, hold on, I like this. You know, I just had to stand in the back because I ripped it so you could see
Yeah.
seams. But that could have been a real thing had I cut it neatly, but I'm just saying I didn't like that was one of those things. I'm like, didn't I tell you to start trying things on? I should have tried it on. I didn't. I threw it in the suitcase. Why? Because I was too busy to try it on. But I bet you I won't do that again. But how do we okay. Is there a certain body type for me? I guess I would be more pear shaped. What would be my type of clothing?
Before I discuss that, I'm going to piggyback on what you just said.
Okay.
I tell women all day, every day, prepare for what you're going to wear. If you
Okay.
know you have an event coming, anything, school, work, I try my clothes on in advance. Sometimes I think about it. I cannot and I won't just get up and put on something. That's just not me, never have been.
Okay.
Why? I might have gained 5 pounds of water weight overnight.
Okay.
And I get ready to put that outfit on, it doesn't look good, which sometimes messes with your psyche, messes with your self-esteem.
Yes.
Ladies, if anyone is listening, you must prepare for what to wear.
I like that.
And then if you try it on, get you a mirror and turn around and look at yourself from the back, because that's what people are going to see.
Mm.
And sometimes if you try that outfit on, you just might not like it, versus getting up in the morning, just putting something on. That's a form of self-care for me, is preparing on what I'm going to wear. I never, I can't, I don't, maybe the last 20, 25 years, I have to think about what I'm going to wear. Don't let me have a big event. I'm thinking like a week or two in advance.
Okay.
And I'm going to make sure that it's going to fit my body type, because, and I'm a small woman, but we have the same insecurities, Gladys, the same insecurities.
I learned that.
Same insecurities. We don't like the way our body look. Our stomach is too fat. Our arms is too fat. Same insecurities as a plus size woman. Right. We just are individually, uniquely made, and we just got to embrace how God made us. I'm like you. I love my legs. I love my long legs. So I will put on something short to show my legs, because that's my best body part. But dressing to different body types. We all, unless we've gotten surgery, have something about this area that we don't like, our stomach area. And on next Friday, I have something called Fashion Friday where I'm going to be styling someone live. And I picked, I didn't pick just a traditional woman. I picked someone that have struggles with their clothing and with their body type to show her and to show the audience that there are so many different styles you can choose to conceal your stomach area, or to conceal that you don't have any hips, or to conceal that your behind is flat. Every style is not for every person. And I just can't reiterate that enough. But there are certain articles of clothing that should be your go-to to conceal your imperfections.
Okay. You mentioned, since we there, your event coming up on the 24th.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us what, when, why, here, why, and just tell us all about it.
Okay.
Tell us all.
Well, of course, Fashion Friday. Fashion Friday is on the 24th. It's going to be a day of celebrating women, celebrating new entrepreneurs. I have a mentee, it's a young lady that I'm mentoring from beginning to end. She wanted to open a boutique. So I'm assisting her in that, and she's going to pre-launch her merchandise on that day.
Nice.
Then I have a person who is launching wine. She's going to have her product here that day. It's all about women empowerment. If I win, you win. If you win, I win. There's enough for all of us. Houston is the fourth largest city in America, and it's probably number 3 if we do the census right.
Right.
There's enough money to go around. So Fashion Friday, we're going to have Mika Diamond is going to be our MC. I'm excited about that. But I'm going to style a couple of women live to where we can all experience what it feels like to dress in certain articles of clothing, what to do, what not to do. And then celebrate the other entrepreneurs. We said, bring your business cards. So we're going to the wine is going to be flowing. People are going to be shopping, visiting and they're not vendors. I like to say exhibitors.
I love
these exhibitors going to have their product, only have 3. And I'm excited for them because they're new entrepreneurs. I want to show them what it looks like to network with different people. I'm going to be assisting my mentee how to sell, how to multitask, what to do when you want someone to buy multiple pieces. A lot of people, when they open a store, open a boutique, they have not became, how can I say, perfected their craft as far as selling, or knowing what to sell, or knowing how to handle adversity, or know how to handle a no, or know when to, looking at somebody's body language and facial expressions, turn it off. You're pouring it on too strong. So that's where I'm going to step in and help my mentee with her first pop-up experience.
That is awesome. That is so awesome. Can you tell us where it's going to be and what time we're supposed to be there?
Yes. So Indigo Blue is located at the Wells Fargo building off 45 in Rankin Road. You can't miss it. It's a big Wells Fargo marquee on the outside. I'm located at 12941 North Freeway, Suite 750. So we're on the 7th floor, and that's 77060. It starts at 6. So we have about 70 people register. So we're happy. And it might be more. You know, some people don't register, but we're just going to, it's going to be a night of fun. Like I say, for me, it's about the entrepreneurs, especially my mentee. This is going to be her first experience selling and marketing her brand.
What helped you, or what made you decide to be a mentor to others?
I have so much to offer. I have perfected my craft because I put in the work. Wow. And with my 25, 30 years of experience in retail, I learned the operations side of the business, how to pivot when sales are slow or the economy is low, how to turn a customer into a loyal customer. Things that people don't really think about. You think they can just buy a pretty product and just open the doors.
Right.
It's so much more than that.
Right.
And the reason I don't carry a lot of merchandise on the website is because I want the customer to come in so I can look at their body type, so we can go over things together to make her feel like a better version of herself when she walks out, versus buying online and don't know if it's going
Right.
to look good. The picture is just pretty. That's all they know. But
Right.
is it going to look good on you?
Right.
But so when I'm mentoring somebody, I want to give back. I want to give that knowledge because I hear all the time, no one helps me. I don't have nobody to help me. They say they're going to help me, but they don't want to give their knowledge. The misconception is if I'm a business owner,
Mhm.
I don't want to give you all my knowledge. Why? That's not going to dim my light.
No.
That's not going to make me feel less than. That's actually going to make me feel good, which makes going to make that person feel good. And she tells me all the time, "Oh my God, you're giving me so much knowledge. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah.
That's my
Yeah.
purpose."
That's beautiful. I like to say is we don't gatekeep because we do believe people can shine. And with Sisters Cafe logo being slogan, when my sister wins, I win. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Like I tell,
Yep.
if I have a company, you got a job.
Yeah.
If I got a car, you got a ride. If I got
Yeah.
some chicken, you got dinner.
Yeah.
So it's a way we can all do this together.
Yep.
And
Yep.
I still haven't understood, and I probably will never, why we compete versus collaborate as much as we do. What is the competition? I don't I don't get it.
There's
So
something from way back when that we just carry from generation to generation. Let me tell you what I do. So I told her, bring some of your merchandise here. And then we meet once or twice a week. If I have a customer, if I eat, she's going to eat. If somebody's
mhm,
buying something here, I'm going to say, "Hey, take a look at her stuff. She got something you might like."
right,
She's like, "Oh my God, if I eat, you're going to eat." And I do that with every customer comes in. Hey, y'all, go look at this merchandise here. I know you'll like something there.
mm,
And I've had her to replenish twice because I'll sell it. If
right,
I don't sell none of mine and I sell hers, it's still a good day.
right, right. I love it. I love that. And I love that about you and your personality. And I've
Thank
noticed
you.
that about you, even
Thank
though we
you.
only talked a couple of times. But two things. One, I've heard you say the best version of you at least a few times. So
Yes.
shameless plug, y'all. If you have not, go out and get the book, The Best Version of Me, at www.sisterscafeinc.com. If y'all haven't got the book, go get it. What you waiting for? The second thing, the second thing is, I remember you saying, aren't you also? Can we get? How can we say? Can't we hire you to be our personal stylist?
Of course.
Okay,
I
so
so I don't have a lot of traffic in the boutique. I have traffic every day, but the majority of my business comes from personal styling.
right, right,
So if someone is going somewhere special or they want an outfit, I do the majority of my business comes from that.
okay,
And I'll have them come in for an initial consultation so I can find out what they like, what they don't like. And sometimes it's getting people out their comfort zone. I hear a lot of ladies, "I don't wear that. I can't wear that," because they're not in tune on their body
yes,
type and
yes,
what's best for their body type. So I even have customers come in and say, "You know what? Give me 5 outfits for the week. I'm going out of town. I need these outfits." If you have a mic in front of you and you're in the forefront, I always say invest in a personal stylist. You
okay,
got so much going on, or we got so much going on as women. Sometimes our wardrobe is that's the least of our worries. We have so much other things to do.
right.
Allow me to take that burden off of you. You're gonna tell me where you're going, and I'm gonna have those outfits ready for you.
Nice, nice. Um, what happens internally When a woman puts on something that makes her feel beautiful,
Makes her feel what?
beautiful.
She becomes a better version of herself. That
Excuse me.
makes her a better mom, a better wife, a better co-worker. It just does something to her to make her feel like superwoman.
Superwoman,
I
a
tell my
diva.
husband all the time. I know he's so sick of hearing this. I said when a woman is loved correctly, she becomes a better version of herself.
You need to write a book on that, like for real. I, I don't think they get it. I
They
don't think
don't.
they get it, but it does.
Yeah.
It does make all the difference how you are loved, how you are
Yes.
treated at home.
Yes. Yep.
Um, Even when I was listening to you when you said your previous spouse quit his job to support you. I'm like, that had to make you feel like he was the wind beneath your wings. Like,
Yes, let me tell you, he died unexpectedly. He died 3 weeks after his diagnosis of pancreatic cancer. I never forget at his funeral, one of my models said, "Can I speak?" I said, "Yeah." She got up and said, "If Mr. A," they call him Mr. A, his name was Anthony. "If Mr. A dressed you, stand up." It was like 100 and something women. Just
no.
when I tell you
Wow.
this man, I never forget. I worked full time. He ran the boutique by himself.
What?
By himself, 9 to 6, Monday through Friday, unless I was off.
Wow.
I never forget on grand opening to that second building.
Hmm.
He was so busy until I think some of the people at the cafeteria was helping him. I mean, you know how sometimes some people are sent to you by God for a season and a reason.
Yes.
This man was sent to me for a reason and a season.
Mm.
And I experienced something that some women would never experience, how a man truly loves a woman.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
I knew once he passed, the next man, he had to come with it.
I'm with it, with it.
He had to
Right.
come with it.
Right.
And that's even me being in fashion. And when I talk to women all the time, me getting them to understand who they are as women and they're worthy has nothing to do with money. It's about how
No.
they feel on the inside and how they want to be treated. And I went into this relationship in my early 50s. And sometimes as we get older, we start doubting ourselves.
Mhm.
I wasn't doubting myself. I deserve all the riches and glory that life has to offer.
Love it. I love
And
it.
if you can't give me that, I can be single.
For real.
For
For
real.
real. For real. For real.
For real, for real.
And, and you know what? Speaking, being the best version of yourself, which is why I wrote the book. That's when I learned the things I knew I deserved. Because prior to that, I've never even considered. I'm a single mom. The only thing on my mind was raising these kids and getting
Yeah,
them up out of here.
yeah,
That's it. I stopped looking in the mirror. I stopped everything else because I didn't have room for me.
yeah.
I didn't know. Let me change that. I didn't know how to make room for me
Right, right.
because there is room. Single
Yeah,
moms out there, there is
yeah,
room.
it
There's
is.
room. But after the kids were grown, I left, moved to a different state, and at that time, that was the first time, and I mean in my entire life, I was alone, and I was quite okay with it.
Yeah,
And I started looking around. I'm like, wait, I like myself.
right.
I didn't realize it. So then I start writing things and doing, and I'm like, wow. But when I figured out how to be the best version of me and go for that, I wouldn't let nobody else in this circumstance, this situation that wasn't doing the same.
Yeah,
And if you wasn't coming correct, just don't even come. Because guess
right.
what? I'm good by myself.
Exactly.
And mind you, I got married in 46, 45, 46. And that's how I felt then. Look, if this is not what this is what I need, and if it can't happen, shake my hand and be on your way
Yep,
because
yep,
I'm good over here.
yep,
Because right now, all I want to do is rock Sisters Cafe and be the best grandma I can be in the whole wide
yep,
world. And I would
yep.
be just as happy.
Right.
I realized that if I would have gotten this revelation a long time ago, it was a lot of things I wouldn't have put up with. A
Right.
lot of relationships I wouldn't have stayed in just because I wanted to be with somebody.
But
I felt like I needed it.
sometimes we have to go through that
We do.
for us to be a better version of ourselves.
We do. I
Yeah.
didn't even know. I was one of those people where I I guess what's the word? Conform to whatever he likes.
Yeah. We do that. Hmm.
We do. And then it wasn't until later on, I'm like, you know what? That's why I started. Have you ever watched The Runaway Bride?
No.
Julia Roberts. Okay, it's a
No.
very good movie. She ran away. Every person she was getting ready to marry, she get to the altar, she run. So Richard Gere was a reporter. He got wind of this, called her the runaway bride, and decided to go down there and to do a story on her. So bottom line, he started asking her questions like, "What do you actually like? What do you do?" And she had this segment where she fixed all these eggs Benedict, scrambled eggs, fried eggs, all kind of eggs, because all this time she don't even know how she likes her eggs. She ate them because she was with whoever liked them. You know, Jim liked eggs Benedict, Joe liked them scrambled. That's the way. So in this scene, that's where I got how do you like your eggs? So I've been writing that. So that'll come out sooner or later. But it made me, bottom line, what do you like? What makes you smile? What
Yeah.
makes you happy? You know, it's another, it doesn't just have to be about money. You know,
Right.
I like cows for some reason.
Uh-huh.
I like when we do a lot of road trips, and it just fascinates me that there's cows right there, and I'm like, babe, let's stop. Can I just talk to them? You know, it just I don't know what it is, but I've watched. I just they make me smile. Simple thing. Trees, the
Yeah.
color of the grass because it changed from state to state.
Yeah.
Just little things, you know. And I'm like, when we find ways to make ourselves happy, it is a game changer.
Yep.
Find joy in the small things in life.
Yeah.
It is such a game changer. But I wanted to ask you this because actually I'm gonna let you go in a few minutes. But
Okay.
what is the difference between dressing for attention and dressing with confidence?
Oh Lord. Girl, I don't know where this trend, I don't, before I say that, 20 and 30 years ago, they were wearing short shorts and stuff, you
Mm-hmm.
know. But it's something about them back in the day and today's
It is. It's so.
woman. Somewhere we got lost as women,
Mm-hmm.
young women, we got lost. We felt that nakedness was the way to get attention. Girl, I can write a book about this. I talk about it all day, every day. It's when I say out of control, it's out of control.
It is.
I don't believe in violence at all, and I don't want to come across as saying that. Growing up, I never heard about a woman getting attacked. I mean, I'm pretty sure it happened. Never
Yeah.
heard about women getting killed by their spouses, by some man. That's all you hear every day, all day. And I'm not saying it's because of that. It could play a part in it. You go outside and you can see your underwear and your bottoms. I mean, men are visual. It's so much craziness. I have a friend who started an etiquette class
Mm-hmm.
for kindergartners because it has to start that early.
Has to. Oh
It
my
has
goodness.
to, because sometimes by the time they're in middle school, they already doing all kinds of stuff. So me teaching women the difference between dressing for attention and dressing classy. Classy and elegance never go out of style. I don't care what nobody says.
Never.
Never goes out of style. A first impression is still a lasting impression.
Yes,
You
it
never
is.
know who you're going to meet. Never.
Never,
So
never.
when I leave my house, I'm going to make sure I double and triple check myself because I never know who I'm going to encounter. It could
Mm-hmm.
be somebody who want to invest in my business. It could be a customer who's going to spend $2,000. You never know.
No,
And I
no.
always say, how do I expect to dress others if I can't dress myself?
Right, right.
So when I leave, I make sure I put something on. Like this tie, I just made it, I call it a messy tie. I just did it any kind of way. I did it for
Mhm.
attention in a good way. I want someone to say, what is that? And that's my segue into marketing my
Right
business.
in
I have a
there.
boutique
Right,
because
right.
I'm in this building. The IRS has two whole floors
Mm-hmm.
in Wells Fargo. So there's all types of different women, and I want to capture every person. I
Wow.
want to capture every person.
I love
But
that.
classy ladies, whoever's listening, classy and elegance would never go out of style. Let me see what I'm supposed to do for my birthday, August 19th. I've always
Hmm.
was fixated with the 1920s, 30s, 40s. Audrey Hepburn. I want to dress up like Audrey Hepburn.
Hmm.
I'm going to catch a flight to New York.
Okay.
I'm going to go eat at breakfast at Tiffany's. And I'm going to get back on the flight and come home.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Please take pictures. Please.
Those dresses back
Oh,
then was everything.
yeah. Yeah.
They wasn't long, they wasn't short, they were just the perfect length.
Right. Oh,
Yeah.
I have a photo. My mom was at work. She had to be about 17 or 18, but she has on an outfit like that at work. And it's always been the most, I'm gonna have to send it to you when I find it, but it's
Yes,
always been
yes,
the most gorgeous picture. Just it makes me
yes,
look just stare at her.
yes.
I'm like, wow,
Imagine, remember back and a lot of youngsters don't remember. I used to love Dynasty with
yes.
Diane Carroll and Joan Collins. What those women used to dress they behind off. I love
For
that
no reason.
style.
That's the
Huh?
thing. Even for it didn't even have to be a big event or nothing like that. It's just what they did. This is just who they were every day.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, I like the way you say class and elegance is
Never.
never,
Never, never. I don't care what
never.
the internet tells me. I don't
No.
care. I don't care who likes it, who don't like it. I don't care if my husband don't like it. I don't care. For me, classy and elegance will never go out of style, and nobody's gonna make me think different. Don't get me wrong. I would love to dress sometimes sexy, but I know my body type is not gonna allow me to. I have
Yeah.
I have no hip. I'm an athlete. I ran track for 8 years.
Okay.
I work out a lot, so I'm up and down. So I can't wear that slinky dress. I don't look good in it. Even though I want to wear it, I know I can't
But
wear it, and that's what I need
your
to.
body.
I want to get that into women's head. Sis, you can't wear that just because they make it. You can't wear it. You can't.
Nope. 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 Just don't. Just say no.
Just
Just
say
say
no. I don't care how they slice it.
woo.
You can't wear it. You can't. No.
No.
I have a customer who told me you hurt my feelings. I said, sis, I'm not trying to hurt your feelings, but you can't wear that.
Right.
She said, why? I said, because it doesn't fit your body type.
Right.
She said, but I
People
like it. I said,
wear
but
it.
it doesn't look good.
Right.
That's how my customers love me. I'm going to say, nope.
Right.
But I'm gonna give them an alternative. But look at
See.
this one, girl. Look how good you look in this one.
Exactly.
Not that
Exactly.
one, but this one.
Exactly. Exactly.
And that's why they're gonna keep coming back and back
100%.
and back.
Right. All right. So I'm going to ask you a few things
Sure.
about fashion, and it's just practical fashion
Okay.
advice.
Okay.
All right. One styling tip for a woman rebuilding her confidence.
Shapewear. Baby, they better put on some shapewear. My mama used to tell me I'd rather one roll than 4 or 5 rolls.
For real. For real. For real.
Me
Oh,
being a size 8, 6'8", I wouldn't leave home without it when I'm putting on some dress clothes. I want
really?
one smooth look. I don't want all those lumps and bumps in the back. I want a woman looks better in shapewear when she has on something fitted. I don't care what nobody say.
Right. I have to agree from somebody who's been wearing girdles. That was the first thing my mom did because
Girdles.
I was
Yep.
bigger. She's
Yep.
always had me in a girdle.
Yep.
And when I got older, at first I'm like, this is uncomfortable. I'm like
It
12.
is.
Who does that?
Yeah.
But I appreciate it now.
Yeah.
I'm
Yep.
not going there because what we not gonna do is jiggle all over the place.
Right. They think
No,
it's cute. Sis, they think
it's
it's cute. They
not.
think
It's
it's cute. They
not.
think it's cute. Girl, you say girdle. A lot of younger people, they don't like girdle. We talking about with the bone in it. We talking about a girdle. We talking about a girdle. Because for
Girdle,
me,
spank,
Spanx,
just suck it up. That's all I'm saying.
Spanx don't like Spanx and stuff. They don't do it for me. I want something a little bit tighter. And it is uncomfortable. You got to get used to wearing it. You got to get
You
used to
do.
wearing it.
You do.
Yeah.
But even with now the girdle thing, yeah, that's going on with clothes. But even just okay, I'm gonna go to the store. Spanx is going on
Yeah.
because I'm not jiggling nowhere.
No. I
My
know.
jiggle is for one
I know.
person.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
and that's the way that's just
Yeah.
me. And that's, again, my opinion, and I would tell anybody. It's not in us being in church a lot. We shouting, we laying
Yeah.
out on the floor, we
Yeah.
all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
And go on, tighten all that back, tighten it up,
Yes.
tighten it up because people are visual and it's
Yep.
very distracting.
Yes, it
It's
is.
very distracting because you'd be like, well, wait, how they do that? Which
Sis, let me tell you, men are visual. People are visual.
Mhm.
So why? I would never want to be among someone else's spouse or somebody of the other um a male jiggling all over the place and just I was taught better.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that. But nowadays, I remember somebody told me they went to a guy told me some years ago, he went to a new church. He said he didn't hear not one sermon because all he seen was thongs
For
and
real though.
just all kinds of stuff walking up and down the aisle. He just couldn't even focus.
You can't. And now this season of these leggings,
Oh my,
they're see-through. I mean, I don't understand. Do you not know that I can see your complete behind?
they know. They
Every
know.
dimple.
Yeah.
Like I think those were meant for under your clothes. I don't
Yeah.
know. But
Yeah.
I'm like, why is this okay?
I
Especially
know.
why is this okay in church?
Yeah. Yeah.
So again, to each his own. If somebody asks me, I'm gonna tell them. But I don't
Yeah.
walk around just being like, yo, you need to take that off. I don't. But
Right.
if you ask me, I'm gonna definitely
Yeah.
tell
Of
you
course.
100% because it's not even a church thing. It's a
Right.
modesty woman thing to me.
Yeah.
It's something that when I walk outside, I represent not only God, but I represent my husband.
Of course.
I don't need nobody to get got because they gawking at Mr. Tyrell's wife.
Yeah.
Because he
Yeah.
coming for you. Just chill out. So I just make sure I'm a great representation of him as
Of
well.
course. Of course.
Not only that, I'm a good representation still of my mom. I got on my mama's clothes.
Right.
When they say, where you get that from? I want to freely say, oh, I got it from Scruple's Creation. I
Yeah.
don't want my mom to be saying, look, don't tell nobody you got it from me. That's
Right.
not what I want. I'm representing. And let's go a little further. People know me. My son is a pastor. So it's a lot of people I see, oh, you're Milton's mom, aren't you? Now
Yeah.
imagine if I was out there jiggling
Wow.
and see through. And then, oh, you Harmony's grandma? I'm somebody's grandma.
Right.
So it's a lot of things. And not only that, it's me. I represent me.
Yeah.
I represent the Sisters Cafe brand. So we got to think of more than just, oh, I like it, so I put it on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Whatever.
Or sis, what's the new fad where somebody is holding the phone and they're walking off to show their butt? Where did they get this from? I mean, that's all you see. That's all you see. Hey sis, hold the phone and capture me walking. Like, really?
It gives people are doing what I've noticed. People do whatever they can for likes.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I do understand. And I'm not knocking nobody for that. Some people are doing it for extra income.
Yeah.
They need those Facebook lives or TikTok because TikTok, Facebook, they pay.
They do.
They pay. So If I gotta just walk away from the camera a few times and I'm getting paid $5,000-$10,000 a month for likes, I would probably, not me personally, but I would probably still do that. Me again, my conviction is still I represent my family.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I'm not gonna lie, and I don't think nobody else in my life except for my cousin noticed. But I considered doing a whole lot of stuff when my kids were growing up. Three mouths to feed, and it's just
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
You know, you got OnlyFans. I could have hit the big girl strip bar. You know what I mean? Just I considered it.
Yeah.
Do you know there's people who like big girls
Yes, of course.
and
Yes.
they rain on just the big jiggly? You know,
Yeah.
and I considered it because I'm like, what am I supposed to do?
Right.
I don't want to keep choosing between my light and gas bill or my gas or the
Yeah.
food
Yeah.
and the
Yeah.
phone bill. And I'm like, and I just kept saying, you know what, God, come on, I need you to come through. But it was more like, what you got in your hand? That's how I started. I have a business called Paperworks, etc. I'm an administrator.
Right.
Administrate. So that's what I did. I had my full-time job, but then I did administration on the side for businesses, individuals, ministries, things
Yeah.
like that. So that worked. And that
Right.
kind of kept us through,
Right.
different things. And I'm like, God will help you
Yes.
if you ask.
Yes, for sure.
But use what you got. What did God give you? What skills do you have? Because nowadays, all you got to do is start a YouTube channel on anything you could do and start making you some money. But you still have to work at it.
Yeah.
That's what we're afraid of. We don't want to work for it.
Nope.
It's not going to be. We get naked and jiggle our butts because we want it overnight.
Right.
Oh, build you something on something. You might know how to make pasta.
Yeah.
You might know how to decorate. Make you a YouTube training. You know how to style. That could be a whole nother thing. You know, a YouTube channel of styling by Marcy. You know
Right.
what I mean? But I don't think people think like that anymore.
No.
They just
Mm-mm.
they want the money. And I
Yes.
get it. I get it. Okay. My next one. Actually, it's gonna be my last one. I've had
Okay.
you for an hour. All right. One way to elevate a basic outfit.
Your accessories and then having it fit correctly.
Okay. And that's easy enough.
Let me tell you, when you put on, I could put on a tank top
Mhm.
and a pair of jeans. But baby, you put on the right pumps
I know
and that
that's right.
clutch,
Yes.
like $1,000,000.
I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, Marcy, I thank you so much for bringing your heart, your testimony, and your vision to
Thank
the
you.
Sisters Cafe table. But before you leave, if you could please let everybody know how we can stay connected to you.
Yes. Once again, my name is Marcy Jackson with Indigo Blue Boutique. Indigo Blue Boutique on all social media platforms. So Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. My website is indigobluedenim.com. I'm located at the Wells Fargo building at 12941 North Freeway, 7th floor. I'm open nearly every day. In the building, there's like 5 churches on Sundays. So I'm here on Sundays. I get here at 7 and 8 o'clock in the morning to, if someone needs to come see me before they go to work. They come in the building at 7 and 8 o'clock. So I'm here for the first customer. They walk in, I'm walking in right along with them.
I love it.
So my hours are non-traditional. I'm here for the convenience of the customer.
Okay. That's amazing. Again, I thank you so very much for giving us your time and your wisdom. And we've learned a lot. Cafe, make sure that you follow Marcy and this Indigo Blue. Follow her, go hang out with her. And when you get to her boutique, make sure you tell her that Sisters Cafe sent you. We got this Fashion Friday coming up. Y'all, Sisters Cafe will be in the house. Y'all meet me there, but make sure you register. Register. Y'all stop doing that. Register. So she knows who's supposed to be in the building. But we appreciate your time. And we will see you again for another segment of Sisters Cafe.
Bye, guys. Thank you. Have a good day.
All right, you too.
Bye-bye.